Hello everybody, it's the Farmsim guy here. Welcome back to Deere Country contracts. We're just getting a couple of the tractors back in the yard that were doing those cultivator and plough contracts in the last episode. So they are complete. I've already collected field 26. You can just jump in now and collect contract 2 as well. Which leaves us field 3. Now, what's happening on field 3 is this. We've got a few interesting things that are going to happen in today's episode actually. But the first one is we are going to go and uncouple the 8R that we're using in this field over here. And I'll just run over because it's as easy as taking a truck or anything over. But we will we'll just quickly nip over here with this. And then we will tell you what's happening. Because we have got something very, very interesting from John Deere to work on. So what I'm going to do is I am going to unhitch the plough. And I'm going to leave that there. And you think, well, that's interesting. Why is he doing that? And you'll soon find out. We've got a new tractor to test. And it isn't your standard tractor. This is potentially the future of farming. And again, one of the perks that we get here at Deere Country Contracts, when we get to play with stuff from the manufacturer. So let's just drop the 8R here. I do need to start tidying the yard up, there's no question about that. Let's just jump out and we will pop this. And no, we're not going to use the case, that's still being worked on. But look at this, an automated tractor. So what we want to do is run this over to the field, get it hooked up and let it run with no driver. That's going to be interesting, isn't it? Now it does say electric on it there. I understand that you can hear the diesel running, and sorry, we've just absolutely battered our truck there as well. It runs on both. It runs on both diesel and electric. So diesel power when it needs to generate electricity, and when it doesn't, it will run on electric. So there you go. So let's get this hooked up and let's see how it goes. I do believe it's got about 500 horsepower, so it should laugh at this little shank here. Let's get him lined up properly, shall we? Let's try and make a little bit of an effort to... There we go. Now we do have a course play course set up for this, so we should be able to load it up. And as simple as that, he's off. Little bit of a clash there. The hitch looks like it's very close to the wheels. But it's running. But there we go, automated tractor running on the yard. How good does that look? So we'll leave him to crack on with that, and we'll be back shortly. But that looks like a rather interesting bit of kit. It was interesting when it lifted there. It's definitely catching on the wheels, isn't it? It doesn't seem to be slowing it down, so we'll let it do its thing. We'll come back at the end. That is the reason why John Deere give us this stuff, to test it in the real world. It may not work with these shanks ideally, or we might need to push the 3-point hitch out. That'll be the feedback to John Deere on this so far. But let's get on with it. So we'll come back to him shortly. I've spotted also a contract in one of the other fields that we're going to pick up for a bit of combining, and we've got some wheat that we need to pick up, and we've got something else new to test there as well, which you guys might be interested in, and you may have seen already on the channel on my Discord, but we're going to be testing out the John Deere combine monitor as well. So let's leave this running. Looks like he's doing a great job, and we will be back to him shortly. Okay, I'm going to pop this back in the shed quickly. I'll give it a quick wash. There we go. Right, he's back to normal. We have accepted a soybeans contract on field 15. So, I am just going to decide which one of the combines we're going to use. And I think it's probably this one because it's at the front of the shed. It's the 790. I think this has got one of the larger capacities on it. It's certainly got the bigger engine on it. So we will run this down to field 15, which is just across the road over there, and then we'll come back and get the header. And yes, what we're excited about here is this. We've got the new John Deere touchscreen operation for a combine. I know I've done a video on this showing you how it works, but actually we're just going to use it today. We're just going to use it in anger. So we will be no, we're not going to be course playing this. We're going to be GPS running this field with the combine. So we're going to drive it entirely manually. But we are going to cut this field that is dead ahead of us of soybeans. Now, where's the gate to get in? Just turn in here, get him off the road, and we'll bring the head around. So just fired up the Ford truck. We will go and get the header. We will run it down to the field. So, yeah, quite excited with what we've done with the development of these screens over the last couple of weeks. We've got more in the pipeline. Obviously the GPS one that works when you're planting and things like that, and spraying is good. But I'm really pleased with how the combine one's worked out, and I'm going to do another one for the 4940 sprayer, and then probably do a general tractor one as well that will allow us to control different machines and different ways of doing things. From everything from auger wagons to animal feed trailers to normal tippers and things like that. But there's obviously quite a lot of settings that need to be worked through there, so I'm going to keep going with that, and we'll release those over time. And don't worry, for you case fans, we're going to look at doing some case design screens as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying designing them, pulling them together, and I'm looking forward to sharing them with you in the future. Sim Dashboard is a really cool tool, to be honest. Properly enjoying it, and by the looks of the amount of likes and things on the channel, you guys seem to like the look of it as well. And who am I to not give you guys what you want? Okay, let's just spin this guy around and pop him into the field without crushing too much of this crop, because we don't like doing that. We'll just run along this edge here. Turn in about here. That looks good. Jump out the truck. Okay, let's get this connected, hooked up. Hopefully there's enough space for that truck to get past. Only just. Okay, we'll roll this forward a little bit out of the way so we can get the combine into the field, and then we'll do a few tests, make sure all the buttons are working, and then we'll get stuck into some crops. I also need to bring an auger wagon down here, don't I? That's fine, I can do that in a minute. Okay, let's jump in. Okay, our vehicle information is telling me I am in the S790. Fuel and DEF are running okay. Let's check the lights. Lights are working. Let's unfold the combine. There we go, which is now going to be an issue as the pipe's hanging over the road. Let's hope no trucks arrive. Just roll it forward a little bit to avoid that. It's looking good. Pipes operational, yes. Header, raise and lower. That's looking good. Switch between tools, yep. Working. Header control. Looking good. Raise lower header from that button. Looking good. Let's just fire it up for a second. Looking good. I'm just going to check. Just our air bar to the right setting. That looks good. Zoom buttons are working. Mini map is working. Menus are working. GPS will test when we're in the field. But all is looking good. Let me just turn that off again. And we will go and get ourselves set up. I mean, first things first. Before I dive into the field proper and start using it, I need to just cut into the just cut into the field. Do the headlands. And then we can get the course play set up. Now we've got straw swath turned on there, which we don't want for soybeans. We just want to get rid of this crop. We'll just cut into this and just move over a little bit. Don't want to miss the edge. Now we're just going to go once around this field, I think. It's quite a small field, but I want it to be a small field just so you can see it running. Our fill type is showing, working in the bottom corner there. So we know what we're filling up with, soybeans, and we are at nearly 7% already, so it's not going to take long. I was going to bring an auger wagon down here, but actually I'm just wondering if I bring an Arctic truck. I bring one of the TLXs down, and we just load straight into that, because we're going straight to the co-op, which isn't a million miles away, so we'll just do one lap of this and we will see where we're at with things. So yeah, while we just do this lap of this field, I'll drop onto a very quick time lapse and we'll join you back here when we're ready to set up the GPS. So we'll see you shortly. So there we go, that is the headland done. We're already on 49%, so I think I'll take this opportunity now just to go and get sorted with a trailer, and then we will start off moving up and down the rows. I need to be a little bit careful about where I set this to make sure that I don't miss anything, but what we'll actually do is get the trailer to pull in just here. The ground's pretty firm, so we can get away with it. But we'll get our trailer to pull in about here. Let's pop the pipe open. And we'll go and get our truck. So we'll be back in a very quick minute. So I was just running the truck down to the combine, and I just happened to notice this guy in the field, and it just looks surreal. I thought I'd stop and just show you. It's just about to appear, I think, in my shot, but it's kind of weird looking at him, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, is that the future of farming? Is that the future of farming? Who knows? Who knows, but there's going to be a lot of sad people who love driving tractors if that's the case. Okay, here we are. Let's hope we're in a decent position here. We shall pop the cover. We'll get the first 50% of our tank in there, and then we'll set our GPS up. Switch back so you can see the screen as well. So there we go. Let's put our pipe in, and then we can reverse up the field a little bit and set up our GPS. Now what's nice about this is we can get ourselves a straight edge here along this long edge, and we can use that for the rest of the field. So we'll get a little bit tight down the other end, but we've got a massively wide header here, so this is not going to take long to do at all. So let's just make sure we get things set up properly, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a demo of it as well. So let's turn on our GPS. So we just hit the button there, GPS on, and you can tell your GPS is on because the little green GPS in the bottom corner is switched on. You can just see it tucked in behind the visual there for the screen. Now we want to set our AB points, so set AB point, and what I'll actually do, I will just cut in here and run this, so we're not driving over crops. But I'll roll forward a little bit. You have to roll, I think it's at least 15 feet. And then I should be able to set the B point as well. I need to turn some lines on actually, that would help me if I could see my lines. There we go. Now look, can you see that the lines aren't wide enough for the header? So I just need to hit set track. That adjusts the width. Hit guidance. We're switched on now. Now this will run, although my cruise control set at 24 there, if I hit start, this will run at the maximum for the combine, which I think is 6 miles an hour. So we're off. We're fully GPSed up. And we are running. So with that in mind, there's nothing really more to do than drop it onto another little time lapse, and I'll keep operating things here, and I'll try and get this field done using the touchscreen and GPS. So kind of semi-automated. It's running for me during the up and down rows of the field, but obviously at the ends I need to lift the header and turn the thing around and point it back in the opposite direction, but that's when the touchscreen is going to come in handy. Now I know I'm not cutting much crop here. I'm just squaring off my edge so that my next pass will be super accurate. So we'll see you shortly. Okay, we'll just go on. I know we're on 75%, and I wish I'd done 2 headlands, but we only did the one, so I know it's a bit tight on the corners, but I was just itching to give this a proper run. I've done some testing on it, but I haven't actually used it in anger before, so really pleased to see it's working as well as it is. I've got some horrible offset on my GPS at the moment, but I think it's just because it's trying to align to the edge of the field. We'll get the hopper filled, it won't take long to do, and then we'll go back and do the last bits. So again, things like I've left the lines on. Usually I turn these off when I'm playing, just for a bit of realism, but I think this is all about showing you how this dashboard works. Do you see the fill going down as it's unloading into the trailer? It's pretty cool, isn't it? There is no lag on this screen, by the way, connected to my PC. No lag at all. It's super, super tight. So, loving that. There we go. Just about done. Well, folks, I think we'll leave it there for that episode. I was hoping to show you the sprayer as well using the GPS screen, but we've just about run out of time, so I'll save that for a future episode. So, for now, from me, the Farmsim guy, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I will see you very soon. Take care, and bye for now.